Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nick Gray, and today we're doing a smartphone camera comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And I have to say, both of these have pretty impressive cameras. So let's jump into some side-by-side photo and video comparisons between these two devices to see which device performs better in everyday use. Let's take a look. Now, when it comes to the camera specifications on these two devices, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra definitely has a little bit of an advantage here with a 200 megapixel primary camera, though you're typically shooting 12 megapixel binned images with that camera sensor. But then it has a 10 megapixel 3x camera and a 50 megapixel 5x periscope camera. And on top of that, we also have a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera on the back. As for the selfie camera, that one's limited to 12 megapixels, but it can record 4K video at up to 60 frames per second, as can all the rear cameras on the back of the phone. For the iPhone 15 Pro Max, we have a 48 megapixel primary camera with 12 megapixel sensors for the ultra wide and also the 5x periscope camera on the back of the phone. And then we have also a 12 megapixel sensor for the selfie camera up front. And all of those max out at 4K 60 FPS for video recording. This here's a look at video capture with the selfie cameras on both of these devices. Now, unlike a lot of Android devices, the Galaxy S24 Ultra does have 4K video capture from the selfie camera as opposed to 1080p, but that does match what you get out of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. But honestly, if you always want to make sure that you're capturing the best video possible, I always recommend flipping things around to that rear camera, which I'm going to show you right now. And here you go. This is a look at video capture from the main cameras on both of these devices. As you can see, you do get a much better video out of this as opposed to just using the selfie camera on the front. The only trick is you have to learn how to frame this just right looking at the back of the phone, because honestly, you can't see what you're actually recording. Now, one of the complaints that a lot of people have with the Galaxy S24 Ultra is that it did away with the 10x camera. As you can see, we're starting here with the ultra wide, going to the main sensor, then onto the 3x, which is a digital zoom on the iPhone, and then we have a 5x zoom on both of these devices. In the past, this was a 10x periscope camera on the Samsung smartphone. You still have the option on the screen to go into 10x here, but it is a digital crop on top of that. And you can, of course, always zoom in manually on the iPhone.
Well, now that the sun has set and it's gotten dark, that means it's time for some low light camera tests with the Galaxy S24 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I do have to say, I want to give a quick shout out to Danny and his amazing camera test that he has, but I do want to say, if you ever want to come up here to Ohio to do a camera test in the winter, I'd gladly trade places with you and go and do those in Florida. It is freezing out here tonight, a good 27 degrees right now, so I wish the weather was just a little bit warmer. And of course, to give you guys that comparison between the selfie camera and the main cameras on the back of these phones, this is a look here now with the rear cameras on both of these devices. In situations like this, being able to use that main sensor, just because it is so much larger and the lens on that sensor is better, allowing in a lot more light than what you get with that selfie camera. If you have the opportunity to record with the main camera, it's always going to be the best option. Well, that's going to do it for this camera comparison between the Galaxy S24 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let me know what you think of the results in the comments below and which device you'd rather use on a day-to-day basis for capturing your photos and videos. If you want to see more camera comparisons with Samsung's new flagship device, make sure you leave a comment below and let me know which devices you want to see compared to this smartphone. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.